Hello, my name is Claudia, and I'm from Western Pennsylvania. And I've been with Dr. Liam and his nutritional clinic for a little over a year and a half now. I was 67 years old when May of 2013, my body just crashed and wouldn't go anymore. My husband and I had really always taken a nutritional approach to our health care for 40 some years and had worked quite well for us. But when this happened, we tried all the methods that we had used previously and different nutritional counselors who had always helped us in the past. But for one thing, I couldn't get to them because I couldn't leave my bed and I was unable to get help. And this was just different. I was unable to take any kind of supplements. My body just refused anything. So it was quite a difficult time for us. I had panic attacks constantly. I slept very little, and if I did go to sleep, I'd wake up and wouldn't go back to sleep. The panic attacks would last all night, and sometimes they were just terribly unnerving. I did go to medical doctors, several of them, and the tests that they did on me all said that there was really nothing wrong with me of any significance, and that I needed antidepressants or anti-anxiety medication or further testing on things that we didn't feel was really necessary at the time to really address the problem. My stomach was a mess. I had trouble eating. I lost weight like crazy, which had never been something I found easy to do before. But I knew that we had to find something else to do. So we were desperate. My husband and I prayed about it and cried about it. And with the little energy that I did have, I went on my little tablet and I did some research on adrenal exhaustion, which through my reading I had decided that was my problem. And I found drliam.com. I read through all the things that he had there. I also listened to the testimonials, and it sounded so many of them just like the issues that we were dealing with. So I said to my husband, I think we ought to try this. I filled out the questionnaire, and we talked to Dr. Lamb's wife, Doreen, for a free part that she would analyze what we had going on after I filled out the questionnaire, and she was so helpful. Her reasonable approach impressed us. What we also liked was the fact that she was really upfront with the financial cost for things, and she outlined a program that she felt would be necessary for me to progress. I was in stage 3, I don't know if it was A, B, C, or D of adrenal exhaustion, and was really critical. I could stand no light, I couldn't stand sound, I couldn't talk on the phone, barely leave my bed to go to the bathroom, and hardly ever took a shower because I didn't have the strength for that. But she started me on a very basic program because after some tests to see what my tolerance was, she found out that I was a very sensitive type, and started me out of basics, chicken broth that my husband made, and also adrenal breathing exercises, which I did 5 times daily. And those few things, believe it or not, seemed to really help me progress very, very slowly. She gave us even an idea of how it would progress and that it would take time and there'd be plateaus, but nonetheless there was progress. We at first did every other week with a consultation with her on the phone, and what we appreciated was the day before the consultation, one of her assistants would call, and they were all so nice, and ask if I had any questions or we had any questions, find out what I was doing, exactly what I was doing, my weight, different things that would indicate my progress. And then the following day, when we'd have our consultation with Doreen, she would address my questions and our concerns. So that was mid-July when we started with Doreen, and it progressed very slowly, like I said. At first, I wasn't even able to leave the house, but gradually I started an exercise program. We did slight Pilates program and outside walking. It started out a minute a day. To go outside and walk for a minute was quite a feat for me. Even to be outside in the sun or the breeze or anything before had really bothered me. Like I said, at first there were no supplements, but then gradually, as a sensitive type, she started me on supplements that increased very, very gradually. And pretty soon I was taking more and more supplements that fit my needs. And what we have to say about the supplements was the clinic where we ordered them from through her was always very timely. They were very considerate, and the products were delivered very rapidly, and we were very satisfied with them. So today, it's now been a year and a half, and my husband and I have been able to resume our full activities. I can do things in the house. In fact, we just moved, which is a great feat for anybody. But we moved, and I was able to handle that. We made a trip out to visit our son and his wife in western Nebraska this past summer, and I did very well. So, all in all, I just say that we are very grateful to Doreen and her assistants, Dr. Lamb's Nutritional Clinic, for all the help they've given us. It's been wonderful, and we know that I would never have progressed like this any other way. Also, we feel that because of this, I'm able to resume my activities and have a fuller life than I had even years before I started experiencing these problems. So, thank you so much, and we do appreciate your help and highly recommend your services.